and then I birthed her into this world. And yet she has my husband's last name.
It used to be a time that fairy tales were true. The king and the queen and all the pills were blue. But then the pill changed, the red pill's the truth. Forget the married life, I got better things to do. Stack money, travel the world. When you're getting it like that, you can pick out a girl. When you chase your own dreams, you can become a squirrel. As many as you want, straight hair. Welcome back to the Anthony Spade channel. Before we get started today, I want you to watch the entire video. If you like the video, comment, like, subscribe at the end of the video. But first, watch the entire video. Next, I would not be talking about all women, even though it feels like it. And if you haven't subscribed to my second channel, Who is Anthony Spade? The link is in the description. All right, today I'm going to be reacting to a video of a woman explaining why being a woman is hard because she's going to be shamed no matter what. What women need to understand when it comes to men. You have immature men, and then you have mature men. You have men that are in control of their desires, and then you have men that are not in control of their desires. Now, a woman needs both of these type of guys in order to survive. Why? Because she needs a man to give her the confidence, but she also needs a man to take it away. The mood swing that she has between both moods is something that she lives for. If you try to keep a woman in the same mood and you try to keep her happy all the time, you will only get negativity from that. And a lot of you guys have seen that. You have seen that the nicer you are, the more evil and bad you're gonna get done to you. Why? Because of the way that a woman thinks. She thinks with her emotions. She doesn't think logically. She thinks in 5 dimensions. Men only think in 2. That's not putting men down. That's just saying men are less likely to change their mind than a woman is. If a woman's not getting attention from men, then she feels ugly. But if a woman gets too much attention from a man, then the guy is the problem. All right, let's get to the video.
Being a woman is hard. You have no boobs? You better grow some. You have boobs. Cover yourself up.
Right. She's absolutely right. But you got to realize it's the woman's insecurity that says, I don't have boobs. Like, let's keep it funky. A lot of guys nowadays, once you get in control of your desires and you start to learn what you start to understand women, you don't really be looking at all of that. Boobs are not even in style anymore. But it's always the woman's insecurity that she doesn't have boobs. So they start off as teenagers with stuffing the bra, getting a bigger bra in order to get attention, because that's her insecurity. A woman always wants attention from men. Their insecurities are private, but they try to drag them out onto surface as if it's the man's problem. No, women are always putting themselves in position to victimize themselves to attract the wrong guy. Like she says, if her boobs are too small, she has to get bigger boobs. But a man doesn't tell a woman to get bigger boobs. She does it on her own.
If you have no ass, everyone will laugh at you. You have an ass? You better cover yourself up. You don't want to attract too much attention.
She's right when it comes to the booty. All right, guys do like women with butts. Yes, they do. All right, but women with flat booties get a lot of attention too, because it boils down to personality. The only type of people that are actually chasing you is the guy who has no control over his desires. I keep trying to tell you, women want to attract the guy that they don't want, and a man wants to attract the woman that he doesn't need. It's always like that. The guy that the woman don't want is gonna be the guy that says, oh my God, you got a nice booty. Or the guy that says, she ain't got no booty, I'm not gonna give her attention. So girls are like, let me get my booty big so I can attract a guy who can't control his desires. But once he gives me my confidence back, then I want him to stop. If he doesn't stop, then it's considered harassment. But the actual real alpha male on the outside, he sees her, gets the booty shots, and he says, I don't want her at all, because she's doing all of this to attract him, the head alpha.
You're short, you better wear high heels. You're tall, You cannot be taller than men. You're skinny, you better eat something. You're chubby, you better starve yourself.
You gotta realize, women have these mood swings because they do not know where they fit in at. They do not know what's popular. They do not know what's good. So they say, hey, we're going to get shamed no matter what for being a woman. No, you get shamed when you're trying to do too much. It's the same thing with a lot of you guys. You get hurt by women that you never should have been dating, but you threw yourself onto that woman. You kept being nice to that woman. You kept trying to offer your love to her. You pretty much put yourself in a position as a simp to get used. Women look at it like, all right, this guy don't want to go nowhere, so I'm going to use him and get what I want, so I get to feel like a little princess, right? She's doing all of this to lure in that guy, but she'll shame herself when she does all of these things to attract a man and it doesn't work. That's where you're getting videos like this, where she's like, I can't be too fat, I can't be too skinny, I can't be this, I can't be that. Why? Because you're trying to get the entire world to accept you. The entire world is not going to accept you, and that's the problem that's happening with women. They want to be popular amongst everybody, but it doesn't work like that because each man has a different fetish and a different type of woman that he likes. It's like some guys don't date black women, some guys don't date white women, but a white woman may look at that guy and be like, he doesn't like me, something's wrong with him, he got an attitude. No, he probably just not interested in you. So now it's, let me blame men have a problem. But don't worry, guys, we do this too. It's just that women do it more often.
Otherwise, no one will find you pretty. Breaking news, you might as well do whatever you want because you'll be shamed anyway.
In a way, she's right about that. But that's when you're going to go look for the attention. If you're running out there chasing some type of attention or chasing some type of gratification, chances are you're gonna get the wrong results. Whenever you start chasing a certain type of feeling, or you're trying to chase someone to respect you or someone to like you who doesn't respect or like you naturally, chances are you're gonna be miserable when things don't go your way. That's why it's very important for you to feel comfortable in your own skin without modifications. What do I mean? If you're ugly, be happy being ugly. I know you want to fit in with everybody and it makes you feel insecure, but believe it or not, when you walk down the street, no one's really looking at you like that because the world is filled with ugly people. Once you learn to understand that the world is filled with ugly people, then you wouldn't be so shocked to be ugly. You have to realize the Tom Brady and the gazelle look, you know, the good looking guy with the model, that's 1 out of a billion. Jay-Z and Beyonce is more likely what's going to happen. An ugly guy with a pretty girl, but the ugly guy has to have the status and he has to have the alpha mindset. Their relationship is more realistic than Tom Brady's. Everyone's trying to get to the Tom Brady look. If they don't get to the Tom Brady look, then to them, they're not happy in a relationship. When you learn to be who you are, then a whole nother world opens up. Remember, women are gonna always find something to complain about, even if they had the world. The next video coming up is just another video I found on TikTok. We're gonna give it a reaction. I kind of threw this in there. I haven't really watched it. I just uploaded it to my screens to put up, and we're gonna put it in there and see what it looked like.
What are some things you've noticed that are blatantly sexist but are so normalized?
All right, she's saying, what is it that is sexist but is normalized in life? Let's see.
What are some things you've noticed that are blatantly sexist but are so normalized?
I grew her from scratch, like literally her bones, her heart, her brain, her whole body. I grew it from scratch with my body, and then I hosted her in my body for 9 months as she grew, 9 painful months, and then I birthed her into this world, and yet she has my husband's last name.
Well, because a man is supposed to be the head of the household. On top of that, you needed a man in order to have the child, period. Granted, are there sperm banks out here now to where you could grow it? Yes. But if you plan on naming the child after you, just go to the sperm bank. That's typically how it works. But in real life, if a man's seed is used to make a child and that man's alive, that child should have the same last name as the man, because a man is the more dominant one. See, the world that we're living in now, women are complaining about being equal. But if we was to actually make everything equal, they wouldn't even last. Women athletics. If you look at the trans community that go into women athletics, they completely annihilate the women. There's not too many trans men that are coming into men's situations and dominating a man. It's just not working like that. So women have to understand, as much as society has you brainwashed into the world being equal, the more equal we try to make it, the more miserable you become. The more miserable a woman becomes, the more evil she spreads. Remember, feminine energy is not good whenever it's angry, whenever it's miserable. Why? Because it's unpredictable and it cares about no one. This is Anthony Spade. Hopefully you guys are able to get the message behind the video. Comment, like, subscribe to both of my channels. Hasta la vista.